case of D.B. Cooper has long captured the public's imagination. In 1971, a man known only as D.B. Cooper hijacked a plane, extorted a ransom, and then made a daring escape by parachuting into the night, never to be seen again. This audacious act of skyjacking, and the subsequent disappearance of Cooper, has become one of the most enduring mysteries in criminal history, captivating the world for over 5 decades. In this video, we'll delve into the details of the case, exploring the hijacking, the investigation, the enduring search for Cooper's identity, and the impact of this enigmatic figure on popular culture. The hijacking and escape. On the evening of November 24, 1971, a middle-aged man, later identified as D.B. Cooper, boarded Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 in Portland, Oregon, bound for Seattle, Washington. Cooper, dressed in a dark suit and carrying a briefcase, took his seat and appeared to be an ordinary passenger. Little did anyone know that this unassuming man would soon perpetrate one of the most audacious crimes in aviation history. Approximately 30 minutes into the flight, Cooper calmly handed a note to Florence Schaffner, a flight attendant sitting nearby. The note stated that he had a bomb in his possession and demanded $200,000 in cash and 4 parachutes. Cooper warned Schaffner that any attempt to alert the authorities or deviate from his demands would result in detonation of the bomb. Sensing the gravity of the situation, Schaffner discreetly passed the note to the cockpit, alerting the flight crew. The pilot, William Scott, relayed the message to air traffic control and began to comply with Cooper's demand. The plane was diverted to Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, where the ransom and parachutes were arranged. After a tense standoff on the tarmac, during which Cooper released the passengers in exchange for the money and parachutes, the plane took off once again, now carrying Cooper, the crew, and the $200,000 in cash. During the flight, Cooper instructed the pilot to fly to Mexico City at low altitude and a reduced speed. As the plane made its way south, Cooper ordered the crew to remain in the cockpit with the door closed. He meticulously planned his escape, discussing flight paths and the need for refueling. Over a remote forested area in southwestern Washington, Cooper made his move. He lowered the rear air stair, stepped on one of the parachutes and jumped into the night sky, disappearing into the wilderness below. Despite extensive searches, no trace of Cooper or his parachute was found at the time. The investigation and initial leads. The hijacking of Flight 305 sparked an intensive investigation by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, making it one of the agency's most high-profile cases. The initial focus was on identifying and apprehending the mysterious hijacker. The FBI interviewed passengers, flight crew, and airport personnel, piecing together the events leading up to the hijacking. Composite sketches of Cooper were created based on descriptions from witnesses, leading to numerous tips and potential suspects. Law enforcement agencies from multiple jurisdictions coordinated their efforts to track down Cooper. The FBI established a command post to oversee the investigation, analyzing every available piece of evidence. They thoroughly examined the ransom money for fingerprints and traces of DNA, hoping to uncover a clue that would lead them to Cooper's identity. Over the course of the investigation, several tantalizing leads emerged. Eyewitnesses reported seeing a man resembling Cooper in the vicinity of the jump zone. In 1978, a young boy discovered a portion of the ransom money alongside the Columbia River, fueling speculation about Cooper's fate. Despite these leads, the true identity and whereabouts of D.B. Cooper remained elusive. The hunt for D.B. Cooper. Over the years, the FBI and amateur sleuths have tirelessly pursued leads and theories in an attempt to solve the D.B. Cooper case. The investigation has involved a painstaking analysis of the evidence, including the ransom money, Cooper's parachute, and the remnants of his tie left on the plane. Experts have examined the case from various angles, exploring potential suspects, examining the possibility of an inside job, and scrutinizing Cooper's escape plan. One theory suggests that Cooper may have had military training, given his proficiency in handling the parachute and his knowledge of flight procedures. Others speculate that Cooper may have perished during the jump, as surviving a nighttime parachute descent into rugged terrain would have been extremely challenging, especially without proper gear. However, without concrete evidence, these theories remain speculative. Throughout the investigation, numerous suspects have emerged, each with their own connections and potential motivations. Some individuals have been identified based on physical resemblance to the composite sketches, while others have been implicated through circumstantial evidence or insider knowledge of the crime. However, none of these suspects have been definitely linked to the crime, leaving their involvement shrouded in uncertainty. The enduring mystery and pop culture impact. The legend of D.B. Cooper has captured the public's imagination and left an indelible mark on public culture. Books, movies, documentaries, and songs have been inspired by the enigmatic Skyjacker. The audacity of Cooper's crime and his ability to elude capture have made him a symbol of daring and intrigue. Annual conferences and online communities dedicated to discussing the case continue to thrive, keeping the mystery alive and fostering a sense of camaraderie among those captivated by the legend. Modern developments and continuing investigation advancements in forensic technology have provided renewed hope in solving the D.B. Cooper case. DNA analysis and fingerprint technology have been utilized to re-examine evidence, offering the potential for a breakthrough. The FBI has remained committed to the investigation, following up on new leads and tips that continue to pour in. While the chances of solving the case after more than 5 decades may seem slim, the quest for closure remains steadfast. The families of the hijacking victims and the public at large yearn for answers, hoping to finally unmask the identity of D.B. Cooper and understand the truth behind this enduring mystery. The case of D.B. Cooper stands as one of the most captivating unsolved mysteries in criminal history. His audacious hijacking, daring escape, and subsequent disappearance have fascinated the world for over 50 years. Despite extensive investigations, the true identity and fates of D.B. Cooper remain unknown. As long as the legend of D.B. Cooper persists, it serves as a reminder that some mysteries may never fully be solved, and their allure will endure for generations to come.